third use case that we're going to go through, we're going to approach a bit different. We're still going to use Gen AI, but in a different section of the GrowthLoop product. We're in the models section within GrowthLoop. This allows you to virtualize tables, maybe make user traits that you want to append to your customer's data set, all without having to change your underlying data that lives within BigQuery, Snowflake, Redshift, your cloud data warehouse. In this case, we're looking at doing a campaign for cross-selling to high average order value customers. We could potentially run this on Instagram, Facebook, any ad channel, maybe for lookalike audiences or to cross-sell products that we know or maybe a second or third purchase for people that have spent a lot of money with us. So just to run through this and how Gen AI is used within models, we've given our model a name. We've picked our source connection, just our BigQuery database. In this case, we're going to append, we want to generate a user trait. So this is going to be an average order field that we take from a transactions data set and make that into one field on the customer's data set. We selected our data set group, and then I've already created my description of what field I want to create. But in this case, I want to create a field that averages the order value from the transactions data set, and you can call it average order value. We can hit generate here, and this is actually going to produce a SQL query automatically for me that's going to calculate what I'm trying to achieve. So pretty straightforward SQL query. We're looking at average order value, left joins on the data set that we're looking at, in this case, retail orders. And then if we scroll down to the bottom here, we actually get a preview of what this data is going to look like afterwards. So we have customer ID and it's tied to an average order value. We're basically taking all of the transactions for a specific ID and averaging the order value and appending it as a new field. We can quickly map this customer ID to customer ID. We can save this model. Now, the next time I go to build an audience with this retail data set, now we have a bunch of filters that are by default showing because they're pulling from BigQuery. But if I scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see that this average order value now exists. And maybe I want to do this is greater than 100. So our row count is trying to update here at the top right. We're just querying against the database. Great, so that whittled it down maybe 200,000 people, but maybe we want to do a little bit bigger. So we could go 500. All right, I've given it a title. I can again change any filters that I want here. But once I'm ready, I can hit export. Now, if I wanted to run this on Instagram, potentially TikTok, Snapchat, Pinterest, etc., I can go through that same process of picking my destination, selecting the match fields, and then exporting based on whatever frequency I set.